It's called Son of Thanjai. Thanjai? Dude, I don't know if I'm butchering this name. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering it. Okay. South Indian. South Indian. That's new. Didn't expect it to be South Indian. Yeah. Okay. So the setting must be like Kerala or something? I don't know. It's pretty cool. Cool. I mean, in terms of how it looks, debatable. Getting Age of Empire vibes, yeah. No gameplay or anything so far, but it looks to be all in-game, in-engine cutscenes. No pre-renders or anything. I have no idea what the game's about though. I see just like some ritual taking place here. Some festivities happening. This looks like Unreal Engine 5. I could be wrong. Based on that hair physics. Okay, okay. So, third person melee combat. Ooh, okay, what's that? Dude, Dude! What just happened with that sword? The sword is also a weird... Okay, alright. Step into the shoes of the King Rajendra Chola. Oh, I do know about the Chola Empire. Okay. Torn between the duty and destiny. So it is a historic setting. Son of Thanjai is a cinematic single-player action-adventure game set in a stunningly reimagined medieval South India. Along with intense combat and exploration, Son of Thanjai invites you into the cultural heartbeat of the Chola world, one that's rife with deeply immersive experiences. I mean, I'm still interested to check it out, but I don't know what to think of the game yet. It looks alright. It looks like a PS3 game, to be honest. It could look better, but I'm still keen to check out something that's coming out of India. Comments. Let's dig into some comments here. This is an indie game made by a small team. Please don't spread negativity. With a little support from us, they can do really well in the future. Yeah, I believe so. I believe there's no hate. This game, for an indie game, it looks pretty okay. I'm pretty sure they still have a lot of time to polish it up. This is probably an earlier build, you know. Look at this guy. Best of luck, guys, from Sri Lanka. That's my home base. But yeah, I'm keen to give it a shot because I still want to check out games like this and, you know, support these guys. But I still would like to see a little bit more gameplay as to like how it plays and stuff, because all we saw was just a little bit of just the snippets of hand-to-hand combat. But it looks like there's more than that to it, given by the weird sword bending thing. So the spiral looking sword, yeah. So it looks like there might be a little bit more to the combat. I know, it's crazy. So I would like to see that in action, despite, you know, the looks of the game. If the game actually plays really well, I'm in. I'm all in. Because, you know, people give a lot of shit to games like Rise of the Ronin, for example, which looks actually shit for a AAA game. For a AAA game at full price, Rise of the Ronin looks shit. But the gameplay, the combat, it's actually very, very good. It's so engaging. I actually ended up playing it. So the looks don't always matter. Yeah, I'm keen to check it out, dude. I want to see more of this game just to get an idea of like why, like what's it about and how it plays. It's a great setting. I love the fact that it's set in an actual historical setting. I don't think we get enough games like that. Apart from the games that we are now getting from the East, it seems to be almost all the games coming from the East are actually set in historical settings. They're playing into the lore and the history of their each country, respective countries, which is amazing. We don't get a lot of that in the West here, so it's amazing to see that happen. Why are people getting mad over indie title? At least Indian devs are trying. Yeah, man. Where are the hate comments? I haven't seen any. I hope they do polish it up. I mean, this is just an early build. Like I said, they will have time to polish it up, and they will eventually do that. And even with the other Indian games that I have seen, they all seems to be pretty focused on like the North India specifically. So it's cool to see something coming out of a South Indian setting, which is fantastic. It's fantastic. I'm all in, dude. I'm all for it. Bro, who is criticizing the game? I haven't seen any of these comments. Everyone's pretty positive in the comment section, bro. Finally, it's happening. Great work, guys. See, it's all like happy. Graphics is bad. Of course. The face and eyes reminds me of PS2 games, PS3 game. Okay, so those are the ones. Okay, most of them are pretty encouraging. Some are just, calling out the bad graphics. But it's an indie game. You can't expect it to be in the same level of graphical fidelity or quality as a AAA game. That's an unrealistic expectation. We don't know what the budget for this game is either. It's pretty early on. We don't know what the final result will be. This is just an announcement trailer. I think they'll get there. I mean, I think this year alone we have seen so many games being announcements coming out from India. That hasn't happened in the past decade, right? So I think they're starting to get there, which is awesome. I think in the next couple of years we're gonna get a lot more Indian made games coming out in mainstream media as well, not just like some Steam game. The fact that these are actually now being released on PlayStation, Xbox, that's a massive step. I even did a video on this, like the rise of the Eastern devs, like I think about a month back, and I was talking about how Japan has always been there, and now Korea is stepping up into the gaming scene quite heavily and coming up with like awesome titles. China is there now. China is like really stepped up their game within the past year alone. What do you call those, like anime style games? They've been making those kind of games, but now they're really stepping up their game in terms of like AAA level blockbuster type games, which is awesome. And India has just started to get there. They're just starting now. They're still at that infancy stage, but I think give it a couple of more years and they'll start showing some promise as well. So I'm really keen to see where India goes within the gaming industry, because there's a lot of lore that can be explored within just India alone. Those stories are waiting to be discovered by the rest of the world. So I'm keen to see where that goes.